Hey! All right, so now I want to go over some safety tips with essential oils. They're really easy to use, but they are powerful little parts of the plant, man. So I just want you to be aware of getting started so you're not, nothing to scare you, but just, you know, um, safety things to keep in mind about some of these essential oils, okay? Let me just say, I'm not a doctor. I'm not an aromatherapist. I have been using essential oils for about a year and a half. I am a super duper research mentality kind of person, so I like to know what's up and why, how it works, and all that kind of thing. There's a lot of chemistry behind all of this. I am not familiar with the chemical construction, but I know that that's why these oils have therapeutic values and work so well with our bodies, okay? Because I do kind of understand pretty well anatomy, physiology kind of thing, okay? So, some safety tips I want to go over. First of all, low and slow. Just remember, if you are never used really essential oils before, Young Living oils are pure, which is a great thing. But you only need to start small, okay? So low and slow, just remember that. On the diffuser, start using just 2 to 3 drops in it. You can always add more, right? So just do 2 or 3 drops of one oil, or if you're doing a blend of some things, don't do more than 3 or 4 drops in there because you don't want to overload your body getting used to essential oils. Okay, the same kind of goes with like babies and newborns. You don't want to have the diffuser running right beside the crib kind of thing. They can be in the same room, but just go low and slow. Okay, and there's certain ones to avoid. I will get into that. All right. Like I said, you can always add more, and you may not feel the same way every day, even with the same oils. Some days, 3 drops of lemon might be great in the diffuser. Other days, you're like, give me more. And so you may need 4 or 5, okay? Or 6 or whatever. Okay. With a topical application, I would definitely recommend dilution. It's no worries with that. Some of these oils you can use neat, which means not using a carrier oil. But but if you're new to them and you're just starting to use them topically, carrier oil might be the way to go. You can do what's called a patch test. The inside of your arm is a great spot to start with that because, especially if you're going to try them neat, because that's a pretty sensitive skin area. Now, it's not a big deal. You don't typically aren't going to get an allergic reaction or anything, and you're going to know fairly immediately. But if you get a little redness or whatever like that, just keep a carrier oils handy and put a little carrier oil on it. It'll be fine. It's going to hold some of that essential oil and stop that redness from happening, okay? Now, you definitely want to dilute hot oils. Hot oils are like oregano, peppermint, black pepper, those kind of things if you're using them topically. So those you can pretty much guarantee probably you're going to want to dilute depending on where you're putting them. Now, the bottoms of the feet, some people will just apply neat. I think it's fine to dilute there also. The pores on your feet are larger, and so they definitely get absorbed. It's really effective. It's a great place to apply oils when you're trying to, whatever you're trying to accomplish with them. So the bottoms of the feet are a good spot to start with application. Let's see. So the carrier oil is any oil that has larger molecules than essential oils. So like olive oil, coconut oil. I love sweet almond oil, grapeseed oil for roller balls. Roller balls are a great way to start using your oils topically because typically you're going to fill the rest of the roller ball with a carrier oil, so you've always got it pretty much pre-diluted, and it does not take away from the therapeutic value of the oils. If you've just got 10 drops of whatever in there filled up with some carrier oil, it's you're still getting the same benefits from the oil itself. It just kind of helps if you are like doing a massage or something like that. You kind of want to carry it over over a larger area, cover a larger area, your back, your whole, shoulder, whatever. So carrier oil is great for that if you're trying to cover a large area as well. Kind of just helps stretch your oils out too, really. And then if you're using oils in the bath, You definitely want to use a bath gel or Epsom salts because the oils are just going to sit on top of the water. So they're going to be concentrated in certain areas. So if you're taking a bath, it's great to put oils in there, but just use the oils in something else to help disperse the oils throughout the water so they're not concentrated in just one little place, especially if you're using them with little people. Now with kids, you're going to want to dilute. With babies and pets, you're going to want to dilute, okay? There's actually dilution ratios for depending on the weight of your pet. I will post those so that you have those for reference. It's really, really helpful. Also, Young Living also has a Kid Sense line that is specifically for kids, and it is pre-diluted. And then they also have a pet line called Animal Sense that is kind of ready to roll, but depending on the weight of your pet. I know there is a lot of funky things out there about pets, but I'm here to tell you that quality does matter. And so, and knowing which oils not to use with certain animals, especially cats. I know you guys, I'm just going to throw it out there, man. You've seen the things about cats. So quality matters and how much, and definitely dilution, okay? So keep some carrier oil on hand around the house, especially if you're new to it, just to be able to grab just in case you have some kind of overload thing with the essential oils as you're trying them. Let's see. Sprays. When you're making a spray, a nice tip to get the oils to disperse better is to use salt. To disperse those through there. Your carrier oil is probably going to gunk up your spray bottle, so use salt instead, and that'll just kind of help them meld into there, especially if you're using water, because again, oil and water doesn't mix. So places to not apply. Do not put oils in your eyes. You've got a sty, lavender, up here, around tends to help, but do not use oils in your eyes, period. If you have oils on your hands and they didn't get whatever, and you rub your eyes and you get oils in your eyes, don't rinse them with water. Again, oil and water doesn't mix, but just use carrier oil. I know it sounds crazy in your eye, but it will pull, because those molecules are larger than the essential oils, those out. And so you will be able to have some relief should you get them in your eyes. Also, do not put essential oils straight into your ear. If you've got something, put them around your ear. It works great. I'm telling you, these things absorb into your body and get where they need to go. But don't put them in your ears. Put it on a cotton ball or whatever, don't put the essential oil directly in your ear. No eardrops for essential oils, okay? Photosensitivity. You want to be careful of, most of your citrus oils are going to be photosensitive, which means you have some something that you use and you've got lemon in it. And so you rub it on and then you go to the beach or out in the sun all day. No bueno, you're going to get burnt. That's just the way that plants work. Photosensitive, right? Okay, you feel me? Don't do it. So give yourself anywhere, but depending on the oil, between 12 to 48 hours before being in the sun all day long if you have applied that to your skin in an exposed area. So just keep an eye on that, okay? I just wanted to point out that that Young Living's beauty and cosmetic products, I know our Art skincare system actually has lemon in there, but it is formulated to remove the sun sensitizing agents to reduce the risk of having that kind of reaction, okay? But read the labels, okay? Or if you're using citrus oil kind of things, best at night. You're probably going to have at least 12 hours before you're out in the sun again, okay? It will tell you on the labels if they are photosensitive or not. And there's also charts for that as well. So, okay, ingesting oils. There's huge controversies with that, but I'm telling you, a little goes a long way. And we have the FDA has said, hey, it's cool, it's okay, that these are generally regarded as safe if they are white labels that say Vitality on them. I hope you can see that. Here's another one. Vitality. And they're things that you'll recognize, typically. Peppermint, oregano, lemon, all of those things we make a little Vitality safe for ingestion ones. So, but just remember, again, they're powerful and a little goes a long way. So there's even a toothpick method, because I'm telling you, you put oregano in a little pan of spaghetti sauce, use a toothpick to stir it around in there to season. I mean, it's what, but there are cooking conversion charts. that will be posted. Okay. Other ways when you're ingesting, you can add to honey. Add the oils to the honey, stir them in your tea. I know a lot of times when I have some soreness going on, or just want to help with my immunity, I will add thieves and lemon to some honey and stir it around in some hot tea. Okay. But it kind of helps to, again, like the salt does in the sprays, disperse the oils more evenly so they're not just sitting on the top and the first sip you take is thieves. Okay. You can add, to salt, just like you would in the spray when you're in with your cooking. Actually, I'm getting ready to do a make and take with Vitality Oils where we're going to make flavored salts. It's going to be great. Or add it to the olive oil or whatever oil you're cooking with. Add the essential oils to that. And the other thing is, if you're really trying to get the Ningxia Red, there's 2 packets in your starter kit. We do Ningxia Red every day, and we need to ingest an oil. My husband likes Digize. He sometimes needs some help with his digestion support, and so he puts a drop of Digize in his Ningxia. It's not the best tasting oil on the planet, and you just take a shot of Ningxia, and so it goes down fairly easily. Okay, pregnancy. If you are pregnant, there are some oils that are typically you're going to want to kind of stay away from because they may affect some things. Again, these are powerful, and that's all hormones, right? So avoid overuse of clary sage, Idaho tansy, hyssop, fennel, and wintergreen. And pay attention to your blends. Read the labels. If those are single oils, are in a blend, you probably want to be careful with that. And I can't stress enough, consult your physician. Some physicians will look at you like you're crazy when you mention essential oils if they don't know about them. But if they know about essential oils, then they can probably give you some really good direction on whether you should be using them or not. Okay. Also, be aware of interaction with prescription medications for disease or medical conditions. There are certain ones that you want to do one or the other, basically, is what I'm getting at. So I can't stress enough, get advice from your prescribing physician or pharmacist that kind of knows, or do some research and check out the charts yourself on possible interactions with certain just conditions, not even just prescriptions like epilepsy. I know some of them can trigger seizures and that kind of thing. So not trying to scare you, but just want to put it out there and make it aware. There are certain things that you are going to want to research and be sure that you are being safe with using your oils. So I hope these tips help. Just remember, low and slow, and ask questions. Check out, research. Check it out. If you don't like to research, then ask somebody that does. Hey, I'm here for you.